Good morning, gentlemen. I am out of the house where the AC units outside have been stolen. So I'm looking at the indoors to kind of see what size they were. We have a Goodman ARUF 032, which I think is a 2.5 ton, but a lot of times they'd match a 2 ton with that. It's a 2004 model, meaning it was 12 SEER. So it's really not going to be that good as far as wanting to keep it, because we don't have a 12 SEER match to put with it. And as I see right here, we have cow blue in a bottle, which is bad, meaning someone wanted to check a leak at one point. So I'm going to get out my leak detector. Hopefully there's power here, and I'll check for a leak inside this air handler. Hey, wait a second. We can't, because there's no outdoor unit and no pressure in the lines. So I'm going to have to operate under the assumption that it was leaking, because if I change out an outdoor unit and this continues to leak, I will look like a dumbass. So that's how I will go about it. We are looking inside at our coil. Can't see any oil streaks on it. No evidence of oil, but I don't know how long it's been off or what's been going on to it. This is our blower. Standard Goodman blower. As you see at the bottom, we have our circuit board there. We just went over that circuit board. The ICM version, the 277C. That is the regular old Goodman version right there. That board was used after they abandoned the stack relay, which was horrible. The stack relay looks a lot like this sequencer here, except it was used for the blower. We have 5 kW here, so we know it's going to be 30 amps to the air handler. That's about it in here. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Here's our return grill. It is a 16 by 25, I do believe. Double check that. If it is, that is large enough for a 2-ton system, which is what we would go back with. So I'll open that up and confirm that, and if so, that'll be good to go then. One of the bad things about some of these jobs is we have our ceiling registers here. We have our 1, 2, we have our master bathroom 3. We go around and we look, there's 2 other bedrooms over here. 2 small bedrooms. We have our outlets over there. Where is it? You can see it's underneath the fan there. You have 1 here, and 1 more in the bathroom down the hall, which makes 6. Now if you're trying to get 2 tons of air into 6 6-inch runouts, that's going to cause some static problems. I'll double check and make sure there's 6, but these are 4x10 registers, so more than likely they're all 6s, because they don't typically make 4x10s to 7 or 8. Well, that's a problem. I had to add at least 1 more outlet. Really, there should be at least 2 more, but you can only do so much. But it'll be a good idea, and it'll be a recommendation. Guys, I'm on the downstairs level now, and I'm seeing 6 outlets again down here, and I'm positive that they had 2-ton systems here from the matchup upstairs. I'll check the crawl space as well. But what I think I'm going to do is actually run a load on this house, so I can see if we can do 2.5-ton systems. Because there's not a whole lot of square footage. As I stand right here, that's the exterior wall. Right through that door is the exterior wall. There's 1 bathroom, the kitchen, dining room, and living room, and that's it. It's a relatively modern house, so I don't think we should have any problem using 2.5-ton systems, and it'll be a way better use of the air available with the existing duct system. Because even 6 outlets, 6-inch, that are running 80 CFM in a normal situation, that's still 480 CFM instead of the 600 nominal for a 1.5 tons. So you see how far short we would be at 2 or 2.5 tons. We'd be basically handicapping the machine before it ever got started. So I'm going to check that out, see what I come up with, and we'll go from there. We're in the good old crawl space now, where I love to be. It's another ARUF 032-00A-1. I'm sure it's from 2004. That part's rubbed off of the sticker there. There's our trunk duct. And there's a hardy reduction right there. You see it reduces from like 14 to 10 down there, which is fine. Reductions are needed to keep the static pressure regulated inside the ductwork. Some of the ducts that are not that long really don't need it. That one's okay, I guess, but sometimes you have just a pressure plenum where it's just one size, it runs a certain amount of feet, and you disperse all the runs off of it. Like you see something like John Israel uses where have a 4 or 6 foot plenum and all your runs come off of it. There's no need in reducing that because it's so short. And there we are. Nice dirty old air handler. Crawl space got plastic on it, at least. There's our corrugated metal flux dryer vent. I'm not a big fan of that either, because there's corrugations catch lint, and that's sort of what you want to avoid. But no one seems to care what I think about dryer vents. That's okay. The dryer vent subject in general is not very exciting. But there it is. I'm going to write down the information here, take a picture of it, good old phones, and then head up top again, start drawing out the house. We have our first floor drawn out, guys. As you see, I'm standing in the kitchen here at the back of the house. Here's the kitchen which we're standing in. If we turn around, we can see the kitchen. It's reversed here. Let me turn around and we'll take a look at it. Laundry room and bathroom. The front foyer and stairwell. The living area and the dining area, which is right here. So we have it all drawn out. What we're going to do is I'll put in the R values for the time at which it was built. As far as insulation, we'll have R13 walls, R19 floors, and we'll take the rest from there. And that is sort of, I can memorize that. We'll go upstairs and draw that one. Then I can head back to the house and do a little bit of a load calculation and confirm that 1.5 tons will work. I am 99.3% positive. But it's always good to have the paper tell you. We have both of our floors drawn up. I can take them back to the office and run loads on them. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 1.5 tons for each floor. And I'm actually going to have to probably add one more outlet just to make the air distribution more proper. So we'll take it back to the office, draw it up, get a plan together. Hopefully these people hire me so I can justify all this time.